Welcome. This is BMS 311. I am very excited that you enrolled in this class right now, and I want to take a very short period of time to introduce you to who I am and what some of my goals are for the class. So, my name is Dr. Babashola Fateh. And I have been around drugs as long as I can remember. My background is pharmacy, but I did my PhD in pharmacology and toxicology. And I've had different experiences around meds. My initial research was in infectious diseases research. I worked on malaria research for a couple years and then cancer research. And most recently, I have kind of dovetailed into toxicology. And so whether you are a graduate student or an undergrad, you are headed to clinical careers, medicine, pharmacy, nursing, PA, or you are headed to research graduate careers, or you don't even know, there's a little bit of me that relates to each of those career outcomes. And so feel free to bring your whole selves to the class. We'll be looking at drugs primarily from a biomedical lens, but as you know, there are social, economic, legal ramifications to meds. And so if you bring all of those to the class, one of the things that I say is kind of a value to the class is I will, to the extent possible, try to make connections. So it's not just about memorizing information, but really information that you can use. And I want to recognize that many of you have cognate clinical experience as nurse techs, as pharm techs, as EMTs, and things like that. Those create great opportunities to learn about the class. So bring those experiences and let us have fun and learn together. So that's the first part of this video, to introduce you to who I am and kind of give you a philosophical overview of the class. The second part of this video is to kind of tell you a little bit about where to find things. So the class is, of course, an online class, so a lot of the things are going to be on Blackboard. But I want to say that as you navigate the Blackboard site, I want to highly recommend you look at the syllabus. So the syllabus is in sections. So the first section gives you what the class will teach. The learning outcomes and things like that, as well as how it's organized. It's organized into about 6 modules. And I added there how this content aligns with your potential future careers. So if you're going to graduate clinical careers, for example, how the information you are learning here kind of prepares you for that. Secondly, how will I present the material? So you're going to have PowerPoint slides and videos that I've recorded for the content. And in the first page, typically of the PowerPoint slides, you would have the learning objectives. This would include, the drugs you're supposed to know and the level of detail that I require. As well, you would have what I call lecture questions. So these would be the same learning objectives, but worded as questions. And at times I might give some practice questions on that as well. Those are really good for you to practice and to test yourselves to be sure that you are carrying along the concepts in the class. So there's 3 types of assessments. You're going to have 5 exams. These exams would be equally weighted. Each of these exams will come up to 12%, and 4 of them are midterms, and 1 is a cumulative final. Don't worry, the cumulative final I'll tell you exactly the meds that you should go back and review for that final. So it's not the entire content. And then next part of the syllabus is the support systems that you can have for the class, how to take responders, where you can get tutoring and things like that. And then the different type of assessments, I described that already, and of course the course syllabus. This and the course policies. Now I added on there what I call POSA, which it's an acronym for how I think you can really ace this class. And when I say ace the class, I don't just mean, oh, I got an A, but learn things that will be valuable for you, that would be in your toolkit many, many years down the road. So as I mentioned before, the class is taught from a biomedical lens, but because I also do have clinical experience as well, part of what you learn is learned with an eye towards that future. So beyond just memorizing things, I will show you how not just to memorize, but to encode information in a way that you can easily pull that out when you experience new medications in your future clinical careers. And I wish you guys all the best, not just in the class, but also even in those careers that you are preparing for. And even if you're not going into clinical career, there is a lot for you to learn that can be really valuable whichever path you go. And I welcome you as well to bring yourselves to the table, and I'll be glad to engage every single person on their terms. On their terms meaning based on what you really would like to learn personally in the class. So I really look forward to meeting you all, and I wish you again all the best. I'll see you, or you will see me shortly. And of course, I didn't mention office hours. I highly recommend you find some time, come chat with me, and let's get to know each other as we begin the journey to learn together throughout the semester. All right, bye-bye now.